Hello and welcome to the world of me and microbes. Me, Ankita Patadia, Assistant Professor in Microbiology Department at LJ Institute of Applied Sciences, LJ Campus, Ahmedabad. Let's begin the discussion about the microbes. Today, our discussion is on topic microbes present in water, which is from the syllabus of Gujarat University BSc Semester 3, Core Course MI202, Soil and Water Microbiology, Unit 3, Microbiology of Drinking Water. So we know that different types of water sources are there and different types of organisms are present in the water according to the water source. But here we focus on three types of organism present in drinking water. First is coliform as an indicator organism of fecal pollution. Second is a microbial indicator other than coliform, and third is a nuisance organisms. Before starting in detail, what is indicator organism? Indicator organism means it suggests that if this indicator organism is present in a water or in a drinking water, then many other microorganisms or which are pathogenic may be present in that water. So what are the ideal characteristic of indicator organism? How we can select the indicator organism? There are basic criteria which is applied to the organism for the selection of indicator organism. There are a list of criteria is there. First is the suitable for the analysis of all type of water, means indicator organism might be present in wastewater, might be present in drinking water. So all types of water can be analyzed for the presence of indicator organism. Second is they must be present in the water which is contaminated with the pathogens. Third is they should not harmful to the humans. Fourth is they should survive longer because they must be survived till the analysis is done, and they should not reproduce in the contaminated water. And finally, it is required that the easy testing to perform the check the presence of these types of organisms. So here coliform is fulfilling all the required criteria for the indicator organism. So that's why we are considering coliform group of organism as an indicator organism. So coliforms are having two types of organisms, fecal coliform and non-fecal coliform. They may be from the intestine of human or animal. They are considered as a fecal coliform, and non-fecal means they are from the coliform group of bacteria but not from the feces. So what are the coliform? Coliforms are gram-negative short rod, which is aerobic or facultative anaerobic in nature bacteria that can ferment lactose with the gas production within the 48 hours at 37 degrees centigrade. They are the gram-negative short rods, means thin rods. Here our focus is on fecal coliforms because fecal coliforms are present in drinking water, suggesting that the water is contaminated with the feces. So main three bacteria are considered as a fecal coliform. That is, first is Escherichia coli, second is Enterobacter aerogenes, and third is Klebsiella pneumoniae. Where first Escherichia coli and second Enterobacter aerogenes is very important, and different tests are there to check their presence as well as identifications. Now, what about the microbial indicators other than coliforms? Because some organisms also fulfill the requirement for the ideal indicator. So these organisms are also considered as an indicator organism. These organisms are Enterococci, Streptococcus, Enterococcus. All these organisms are also fulfilling the requirement for the ideal indicator. So if these organisms are present in the water, that may suggest that the water is contaminated with the fecal pollutant. Third type is nuisance organism. These types of organisms are also present with the coliform in contaminated water, and that's why they are considering as a nuisance organism. They are not creating any human disease directly, but they are indirectly affect the quality of water by changing the taste, odor, color, and other characteristics. They may also produce some insoluble precipitate as well. 4 types of nuisance organisms are there in drinking water. That might be slime forming bacteria, iron bacteria, algae, or sulfur bacteria. Starting with the slime forming bacteria. Sometimes our water smells like a rotten egg or a very dirty smell. So that smell is because of slime forming bacteria's presence in water. Many bacteria are capable of producing extracellular exopolysaccharides or gummy or mucilaginous material or capsule material in the water that may create the gummy and slimy layer in the water, and which create bad odor, and that's why our water smells like a rotten egg. Different organic and inorganic constituent present in the water provides the nutrients to these types of organism to produce this exopolysaccharide. Second is sulfur bacteria. They are also producing acid by utilizing hydrogen from the water. Sulfur bacteria like D. sulfovibrio and Thiobacillus, which produce the sulfuric acid in the water, and it decreases the pH up to the 1 or increases the acidity of the water, and that's why it creates the corrosion of the pipe. Is in the picture we can see that the corrosion is happen in the pipe due to the presence of hydrogen sulfide producing bacteria. It may also cause a rotten egg like smell. Next is iron bacteria. Iron bacteria deposits insoluble iron compound or ferric hydroxide compound. This causes the deposition and accumulation and obstruct the water flow in the pipe, as well as we can see that in the picture rusting is there due to the presence of iron compound, insoluble iron compound. It can create the change in the color of water as well as discoloration of water or slime production. Plus is algae. Algae may be present in the water sources, water reservoirs and water pipes which are directly in the contact with the sunlight to having the algal growth. This algal and diatoms and cyanobacteria will reproduce in presence of sunlight, and they will cause a nuisance in the water by discoloration, creating odor, or changing in the taste of the water. They may produce some toxic substances which are not consumable by the human being. They can cause the clogging of the filter in the purification process plants, as well as they can change the color as shown in the picture. It can create the odor also. Different tests are there to check the presence of nuisance organisms, but the different tests are not performed routinely to check the presence of different nuisance organism. But if the complaint is there, then test might be performed according to the complaint. Such tests are rarely performed. Here the list of references which I have used for the discussion of the topic. Thank you.